Welcome to this Sahara 4 exercise. In this exercise, we will discuss general icons and utilities that can be found across Sahara. For that, we will open the project we have been working with and let's discuss some of the common functionalities. First, let's use the search engine on the top. This search box can be used to find almost all the functionalities that can be used in Sahara. For example, if I write variables here, I can go directly to edit variables and use the variable window as if I went through the normal path that will be edit variables. Um, Also, I can, for example, write status. Here, set object status or set layer status is going to allow me to go through to this window directly without the need of opening the tool menu here. Also, the mouse wheel can be used in almost all the windows in the same fashion. You can use it to zoom in or zoom out, or if you press it and move it, you can pan through the maps or through the production chart or through logs or to any other window. Just pressing the wheel in the mouse and dragging like this is going to allow you to move the window in pretty much all of them. You can change this in preferences. If you go to project preferences, preferences, there is an option that will allow you to decide if you want to how do you want to use the direction on and the zoom of the mouse wheel. Um, There, another general option is or general button that is found in pretty much all of the windows is the configuration button that you will find it in the view in the map window, in the production window, also in pretty much all of these in the log window, in the works window. Always the configuration window will allow us to customize the window as we wish and to add more options. For example, we can access the bubbles that, as we discussed previously, or we can draw, for example, lines, polygons, or faults in the map, in the view map. But we can also use the same configuration button to open the options here and set up the different x-axis and the variables for the y-axis in the production data. So pretty much we will use it to open the configuration of any window in Sahara. The same icon is always going to be repeated. In general, a lot of windows allow for the use of templates that we can either create, load, or save. If we have a template that we want to use, we want to have it stored and we can open it whenever we want it, we will save it here and we can save, for example, a bubble template and load it in another project or in another opportunity. Same goes here for saving the template of production, and also the logs, the well works, all of them allow for different saving of templates. These buttons are always going to be present when we can save or load the configurations of loaded in the window. Then another common button that is usually found in all the windows is the select button. It's always going to allow us to select different objects. In general, that's the functionality. In some cases, it can be used for other things, like for example, matching variables in a template, in a database template. But the most common use of this icon is always to select objects, which can be wells, completions, or zones in different wells, or maybe facilities objects as well. Um, Another common icon is the report icon, which can be found here. In this case, the report is always going to open us a table where we can later copy to the clipboard and export it. In the case of we have discussed it previously in the production window, but also is available here where we can select different types of reports. For example, if we have bubbles available, we can make a bubble report, and he will have a report that will show us the information that the bubbles are representing. So that's pretty much common. The report icon is going to be found in several other windows, and this always the meaning is quite similar. It's going to be associated to creating a report, a table that we can later export to other software, like for example Excel. Another common icon is the camera icon that can be found here. Normally, it involves copying a clipboard picture of the what we are seeing in the window. In this case, we are going to copy a clipboard of the map. We can paint, for example, we will use paint here to paste it, and this will be the result. We can also use it here, where we can copy either the current plot or both plots. We'll copy them and do another example here with paint. The camera icon will be present in pretty much also all the windows, and it will as in the same manner as the report icon is going to allow us to create a table that we can copy. This camera icon is going to allow us to create an image that we can move, a picture that we can move to other software as well. For example, a PowerPoint presentation. Um, Another icon that is quite common that is not present currently in this combination of windows, but we can open an example here. For example, in the report window that we will use in more detail in the future, is the calculate button. This apply button or calculation button, or in this case generate reports button, is quite common as well, and is found across Sahara in different templates, in different windows. It's always going to apply the calculations that we have prepared for the window. In this case, I prepare a report with the information that I need, and by clicking this button, the report is going to be generated. Um, several other windows have this available. For example, you can find it as well in the here in the control panel as well. The same button is present, so it's quite common as well, even if it's not present right now in the map window and the production window, that are the two that we have reviewed so far. Another common one is tools. This is going to open alternative options to the window that we are reviewing. For example, in the map window, this tools icon is going to open these well and patterns options. In this case, this will allow us to create a new well without importing it. We can create it inside Sahara, or open a layer that was previously closed, or maybe converting a well that was a producer. So it allows us to open more options or more tools to apply in the window. Another common one that is not present here, but we can see, for example, in a conventional window, is the information icon. That is this one. This information icon is going to display more detailed information about what are we working with in that window. It's present also in pretty much not all, but quite present in a lot of different windows in SAR as well, and this is going to give us more information about what we have been working with. And another one that is quite common as well is the lock button. This one, what it does is going to lock the selection. So it's not going, if I select wells in another window, it's not going to modify the one that is locked. Let's do an example. I will lock the window now, and we have all the wells selected in the field. So we have the whole production history of the field. Now, if I go to any other window, for example the map window, and I start selecting wells, now the selection, even if I only selected 4 wells, now the selection is not going to be updated. So we are breaking the connection between the different windows. We can do it in other windows as well. For example, in the WellWorks windows, we can do it as well. In the log window, we can do it as well. So what this is going to do, this is going to lock the the selection of wells in the window where is selected. So now I'm going to unlock it, and now I have the 4 wells that I selected in the map now displayed on the production window as well. Um, Another thing that is quite useful, and that is quite common as well, is the selection of wells, the selection window of wells as well, so the object selection window, where here we can select which kind of object we are going to select. in some cases is grayed out because we can only select one type of object for this window in particular, for the place where I selected the icon. um, we can group it by either static attributes or by dynamic groups created by the user, that something that we will discuss in more detail in the future. And we can use this search bar to find the wells that we need, for example d5, or let's say 25, and here we will have the well selected. um, we can select wells here by clicking Control and selecting wells individually, and we can move them with this button. We can move all the wells here. We can also unselect them all with this button. We can, for example, use this button that is going to swap selection. I mean, we can select them and then swap, and now all the wells that were selected in the previous case are now unselected, and the wells that were unselected are now selected, so we can switch them like that. We can also copy the name of the wells in an Excel file. Let's do an example because it's quite useful. I will open an Excel file just for this example, and let's say I have these names of wells. I can copy the name in Excel in the clipboard, and with Ctrl C, and now using this button here I can paste it, and now I have a quick selection of the wells that I need using this tool as well. I can also copy this and select more wells. Let's say that I select all of these wells, and now I will copy them and I can paste them in Excel as well. So now I can paste it, and now the wells that I selected in Sahara are pasted in the Excel file. Um, we can also save the selection as a group. We can, for example, use this button to create a new user group with the selection that we made. And finally, we can update the selection here. I mean, if we did a selection here, but we want to see the group selected in the map window and any other active window, we can use this button here. So that's another quite common window that is open from several places in Sahara. Every time that you want to select an object, you are going to find the same similar selection window. Another common concept is the use of these arrows here in any place where there are objects selected. These arrows are going to be used to differentiate or to move through the different objects. So by pressing next, you are going to swap between the different projects in the different objects in the project. As we discussed in the previous exercise, we can also, for example, if I want to only move through a smaller group, for example, let's say these wells that I selected here with the polygon, we can use this one, this icon here, that is going to preserve this selection, and it's going to it's going to allow me to only move through the wells that I selected with the polygon, and now I can move through them and see the production of each one and compare them. By clicking here again, we are going to lose that preserved selection that we had. So I think that will be everything for this video. Those are the more common utilities and the more common icons that you will find across Sahara. Thank you for watching and have a great day.